Hey guys, it's Elizabeth from the Missionaries of God's Love in Tustin, California, and today we're going to talk about I'm grateful because God is my Lord. But before we dive into this topic, I invite you to find a quiet place to sit. Strain your back, relax your shoulders, take a deep breath in. Invite the Holy Spirit to come to you. Holy Spirit, please come to me and fill me with your presence, even if I don't deserve you, but I really need you. I never want to live a day without your presence, without your guidance. Please teach me, how can I love you more? How can I be more obedient? And please take care of all the people I love and the people I encounter in my life. Thank you for listening to my prayer. So today we're going to be looking at Isaiah 40 verse 28, which reads, "Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary. In his understanding, no one can fathom." I think that this is such a beautiful Bible verse because it talks about the necessity of having a God. And whether you realize it or not, I feel like all of us need a creator. All of us need a God in our life. And unfortunately, there are people who choose another God who is not God. For example, they may choose a family member who they want to worship, or a friend, or a significant other, or other activities, materialistic things like a phone. They prioritize all these other things, even careers, money, jobs, you name it. There are so many things that us humans prioritize in our lives. Whether we realize it or not, whatever is at the center of our life, really that is your God, whatever that is. So I invite you to think for a little bit. Who is my God in my life? Who do I prioritize? Or what do I prioritize? Now, if your answer was another person or another thing or an activity, I'm glad that you're taking the first step of realizing that God is not your God. Now, I highly encourage us to stop prioritizing those things or those people and instead turn to God. And now some of us might be asking, but why? And honestly, I say, why not? Because here in Isaiah, it tells us that the Lord is everlasting and that He is the creator of the ends of the earth. I think that this is very comforting because a lot of the things that we rely on are not everlasting. They're actually all temporal. Nothing lasts in this earth. And I think it's very comforting to know that God is our creator because He knows everything. Literally, because He created the whole earth, He created the whole universe, He created everything. And I don't know about you, but I would really put my trust on God because He's our creator. He knows us more than anyone in this planet. And what's even more comforting is to know that He will not grow tired or weary. How many times have we tried to contact that one friend or that one family member or that one person, but they weren't able to be there for us? I don't know, I remember it happening to me sometimes where I really need some support, but that person wasn't there for me. Either that they were really busy, or sometimes we try to contact people in the middle of the night, because sometimes that's where we can't sleep. But it is so wonderful to know that God is always going to be there for you. He's with us 24/7. I don't know about you, but that's a really big plus, because there's not really a human being that's really up 24/7 for us. And honestly, I'm so happy to know that God is always here for us. Because I sometimes look at myself and look at how the way humanity is going in the news, and it's disappointing, painful, and tiring. The way that we humans act does grow tiring after mistake after mistake, after disobedience after disobedience, after stubbornness after stubbornness. But here God says, I'm always going to be here, and I won't grow tired as long as you are with me, as long as you obey me, and as long as you love me. And that is such a loving, warm, comforting thing to know. And again, this just gives me more reason why I want to trust God, and why I invite all of us to put our trust and our lives in the hands of God. And if you weren't convinced yet, the verse ends with, and his understanding no one can fathom. Now I know for some of us this is not very comforting, because sometimes we're very controlling and we want to know everything. And especially there's people that get very confused because they're like, why are there so many bad things going on in the world? Or why do so many bad things happen to me? Or why do kids die at a young age? Aren't they innocent? There's so many whys that we have in our life and in this world. And we want to know everything. But really, we can't know not even the slightest bit about God, no matter how hard we try. But that's not really the point. What's really comforting to know from this verse is that his understanding is so grand, so big, that no one in this earth can understand it. So in other words, he knows everything, and he knows best. So yes, we do go through hardships. Yes, there's some pretty bad things going on in the world. But that is why we should go to God. Because all of that chaos, all that craziness, all of that mess that we have in our life and out there in the world, we need to go to God and rely on his understanding, even if we don't understand it. Because he knows best, and he'll always take care of us, and always want what is good for us. Even if it's not the way we want it, God's grand understanding is always better than ours. So let us all put our trust and our lives in God. I invite you to continue meditating on this topic and tell God, "Speak to me, O Lord, for your servant is listening."